We take an inside look at what goes into being a Yell Leader and how they work to keep students excited during Bison football games.
With the Fall Career Expo coming up next week, we look at what it's all about.
And the Criminal Justice Club holds their 13th annual career fair.
Welcome back to the Bison Information Network. I'm Jacob Morgan.
And I'm Dash Menzel. We have a lot to cover in today's episode, so don't go away. If you are looking for a job, the Fall Career Expo is back with even more employers and opportunities.
Malik Mitchell has more on this event.
Looking for a job for the fall? The annual 2022 Fall Career Expo will be at the Fargo Dome September 21st from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. The expo provides an opportunity for students to connect with over 250 employers to discuss current or future career-related employment or internship opportunities. The job opportunities of employment are both locally and from around the country. I had a chance to talk to the director of the Career and Advising Center. Here's what she had to say about the event.
So our main Career Expo is on Wednesday, September 21st. It starts at 11 in the morning at the Fargo Dome. And we have 285 employers signed up right now, which is actually an expansion of over 60 employers from last year. And we actually have a wait list for employers, so of about 50. So there's just lots of people out there that are looking to meet with NDSU students. And our employers are actually not only looking for people that are like ready to find that next step, but first year students, they want to see you, they want to see sophomores, they want to start having those conversations now and to understand what you're learning and maybe some things that you could work on to get ready for that next step for you. So a lot of things happening leading up to that day.
Professional attire and bringing copies of your resume is recommended. Free headshots will also be available at this event for all student attendees from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. This event does require registration. All you need to bring is your student ID. The Career and Advising Center puts on the expo every year. Besides the job opportunities, why do they emphasize the event from year to year?
You know, the reason why we put these expos on is because we want to make sure that NDSU students get in front of really high quality employers. And so that's a piece of this, is that we make sure that we have employers there that students are going to be able to be set up with companies that are reputable and that they can leave NDSU and know that their time at NDSU mattered and that they're set up for success. And so, and that relationship is beneficial, mutually beneficial. You know, we have employers that they could go to a lot of different career fairs and they choose NDSU because of the students that are here and the quality of education.
This one-day event is open to all NDSU students, NDSU alumni, and students from local universities, however, not open to the general public. Make sure to stop by the expo to either browse or maximize the job opportunities. For the Bison Information Network, I'm Malik Mitchell.
The 13th annual NDSU Criminal Justice Career Fair was held in the Memorial Union yesterday afternoon.
I have more on the event right here.
Yesterday afternoon, NDSU hosted the Criminal Justice Club Career Fair in the Memorial Union Ballroom. I was able to talk to Kevin Thompson, a professor of criminal justice here at NDSU, about why the event is important for students to attend.
So this is our 13th annual Criminal Justice Career Fair. We strongly encourage our students to attend because all of these agencies in our field, policing, corrections, social service, prisons, they're all in the process of hiring. They're all short of employees right now. So now is a good time to market them. As it turns out, we have probably more students than ever right now. So there seems to be more interest in criminal justice right now than there has been in the last maybe 5 to 10 years. So you would think that with the demand being up that there would be no problems with supply with number of employees, but everyone's short right now. So some of that is a function of COVID and losing employees during COVID, but virtually all these agencies are in the process of hiring right now. We have federal, state, and local here right now. We have some private agencies as well. We have some rehabilitation agencies here who deal with probation people, people who have been convicted of drugs, So we have a pretty wide array of agencies that are represented here today.
Travis Berger, a sergeant for the Fargo Police Department, has attended this event for several years now, and he says the career fair is very important to the Fargo Police Department.
We have a lot of really good connections, not only with the Criminal Justice Department here at NDSU, but also the Criminal Justice Club. We've made a lot of really good connections and resources here. And we typically hire a lot of NDSU students. We have a lot of NDSU students that come to us upon graduation with their criminal justice degree, and they come to Fargo Police Department and work with us. A lot of those connections are made at events like this. Without having events like this, oftentimes it's hard to make these connections, and people maybe don't realize the resources or the abilities or opportunities within the Fargo-Moorhead area to be able to work here and stay here. So it's really cool for us as a local agency to have NDSU to be able to bring in the amount of people they do from all over the country into a place to instruct them on criminal justice type stuff. And then we're able to come in there and talk to them and convince a lot of people to stay here in the Fargo area.
Reporting from the Memorial Union Ballroom, I'm Dashiell Menzel.
If you've been to an NDSU football game before, you may have noticed the Yell Leaders in their suits below the students section.
Reporter Coy Hartle took an inside look at what the job is all about.
While the NDSU football team has been known for their dominating performances over the past few years, the team's accomplishments aren't the only thing that draws several thousand people to the Fargo Dome for each home game. Another factor that keeps people coming back is the electric atmosphere throughout the stadium. And each year, students selected as Yell Leaders work to keep it that way.
So we kind of lead the student section in cheers, make sure everyone's hyped for the game, and keep them here till the fourth quarter.
Through cheering, chanting, and excitement, the Yell Leaders work to keep the students engaged throughout the game. And with their signature yellow suits and positioned right in front of the students, staying enthusiastic is definitely a part of the job.
I love NDSU, I love it here, I love the student section, all the football games, and it's fun just to be a part of the student section.
And while this is Hannah's first season as a Yell Leader, she's already really enjoying it. And when it comes to her favorite part of the job?
Definitely how loud it gets. Everyone is excited, everyone's here to win, so definitely how loud it is.
So the next time you go to a Bison football game this year, make sure to keep an eye out on the ladies who are cheering them on the hardest. From Bison Information Network, I'm Coy Hartle.
Madison Geisler of Culm, North Dakota received the NDSU Presidential Honor Award. The award recognizes students who scored a 29-31 on the ACT and have a 3.5 or higher high school GPA. Geisler entered NDSU this fall and is majoring in elementary education, human development, and family science. She also won the Future Business Leaders of America Who's Who Award 2020 and was a North Dakota We the People Unit 2 winner.
Starting Sunday is the beginning of Banned Books Weeks. A tradition started in 1982. The NDSU Library is joining libraries across the nation to bring awareness to the censorship of books. On Monday, September 19th, the NDSU Library is having their Banned Books Challenge from 2 until 4:30 p.m. Bring a photo or a student ID to join the challenge for a chance to win a prize.
15-year-old Chance Jacobson of Hatton, North Dakota was injured in a utility vehicle accident back in July. Both of his femurs were broken and the meniscus in his right leg was destroyed. During the past several weeks, he has been undergoing medical procedures, including 10 surgeries and physical therapy. However, that has not dampened his spirits. Once he graduates from Hatton Ellison High School, he plans to earn an undergraduate degree in agriculture and a master's degree in business from his favorite college university, North Dakota State.
NDSU is having its White Coat Ceremony Saturday, September 17th in the Festival Concert Hall. Students in the NDSU College of Health Professions will be admitted into the professional pharmacy and nursing programs. The white coat symbolizes the dedication of the students towards the profession and the patients they have worked with. This ceremony is expected to have more than 225 students.
Governor Doug Burgum joined Lieutenant Governor Brent Sanford and state legislators on Tuesday for a press conference in Fargo to announce a framework for child care services in North Dakota. Currently, child care costs account for 15 to 40% of the average household budget in North Dakota, which often isn't sustainable for young working families. The proposal focuses on affordability, availability, and quality of child care services. The governor's office will work to continue to refine the proposal to prepare it for the introduction during the 2023 legislative season.
A A Fargo woman was charged with felony 5th-degree controlled substance crime. Leah Lene Pachant was pulled over July 1st for going 78 miles per hour in a 55-mile-per-hour zone. The state trooper could smell marijuana coming from the car. After a search, the trooper found 3 grams of marijuana, 2.91 grams of methamphetamine. Pachant has a settlement conference on October 5th, and the trial will start October 19th if necessary.
A man wanted in connection to a homicide in Fargo has been caught in the Twin Cities. Fargo police say that 58-year-old Roberto Garcia was caught and arrested Wednesday morning in St. Paul. Garcia was arrested for his involvement in the death of 53-year-old Cirilo Contreras, who was found dead in Fargo on August 14th. The investigation is ongoing.
Gate City Bank of Fargo was presented with the 2022 Freedom Award on Wednesday, September 14th, being one of 15 to receive the award out of just over 2,700 nominees. This award recognizes employers that have exceptional employer support for National Guard and Reserve employees. Gate City Bank has more than 300 employees on its staff that are part of the North Dakota National Guard. More to come on this newscast. Malik Mitchell was able to interview a special guest earlier this week. Let's see what he had to say.
Welcome back. We are here with President David Cook. How are you doing today?
Very good, thank you.
Okay, I just want to ask you a question just to start off. Tell us your journey, up to this point for the students who don't know.
Well, the quick version, grew up in Ames, Iowa. Okay. I love to say this, first-generation college student, because I struggled through college, and I want to do everything I can to help make our students here feel at home and know that it's okay to ask for help. But went to Iowa State and then went on to graduate school at the University of Kansas and was a faculty member and administrator and was there for 20-plus years, and I started here May 17th.
Okay, I want to ask you this question. I saw you at the football game this past Saturday for the coin flip, and I know it was a lot of pressure. There was 20,000 plus fans wanting you to win the coin toss at that. Right. Number one, how was that experience, and what other events are you looking forward to doing?
Yeah, it was awesome. I was walking out on the field, but it was a little tense. Yeah. I walked out on the field and Coach Entz looked at me very seriously and he said, "You got one job to do." And fortunately I got lucky, so I got it right. But that was great. You realize how big, and athletic all those guys are up front. It's pretty amazing. So great experience. Obviously the win was fantastic, and the rest, it's just been fantastic. Attending all the different athletic events, all the events on campus here that are, relating to theater and music and all the rest have been a lot of fun. So that's the good stuff.
Good thing about NDSU, it's not that small, and I think it's the right size. What are some of the spots that you like on campus? Because it's a lot of cool places on campus. Cool places. What are the places you like on campus?
Yeah, I want to first say I love the size. I mean, it's great in terms of the ratio of faculty to students, and I really feel like the students there's a community here that's really special. And so that has struck me, and that's been a lot of fun. As far as places on campus, I'm sure I'm still learning, but my wife and I have really enjoyed going to the dining centers. We've been doing that quite a bit, and meeting students that way has been a lot of fun. I did have a student ask me if I have a jet with this job, and just for the record, I do not. So, but that's been a great way to sort of very casually get to meet people.
Yep. I want to ask you this too, because teachers, presidents, pretty much everybody has a philosophy in life. Mm-hmm. What is your philosophy regarding, how you want to run NDSU?
Oh boy, that's a great question. For me, it's going to be about doing a lot of listening and learning with students, faculty, and staff, getting a sense of what they want the institution to be, and so trying to be open, trying to really get those ideas, trying to be real transparent, and then the next thing up here is setting the vision to tee this place up for the next 5 to 10 years. Is going to be pretty exciting.
And with COVID kind of dying down, it's pretty much open. And I'm really happy you've gotten the full NDSU experience in the beginning of the semester. Is there anything you want to say to any students out there that particularly don't know you or want to know you? Because you've been around. around. I've seen you at a lot of places, but a lot of students haven't seen you. So is there anything?
First, I'm really here. I bet pretty much everybody on campus is here for them. This is what gets you excited about going into this kind of a career, and so it's always been about the students for me. And I am around a lot. My wife's around. We have a couple of dogs. We're around a lot. So I would say come up and say hello and introduce yourself. I'd love to hear the story and love to hear how the journey is going, and anything we can do to help, we're here for you.
Sounds good. And I want to, on behalf of Bison Information Network, we're happy on your new position.
Thank you, sir. Nice to meet you, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Yep. When we come back, we'll give you new content. Stay tuned.
I'm your friend.
I am your coworker.
I'm your neighbor.
There's no set person that defines who needs help in North Dakota.
I play cards with your grandmother every week.
Hunger is becoming more and more widespread and more known because there are people standing up and saying, hey, this can't happen. We can't be having this in our state, in our community.
I sit next to you in math class.
It's proving that they're learning better and they're not coming to school so hungry on Monday morning. We're engaging them and we're helping them learn. I mean, people want to help their fellow citizens, and in this food bank, in this agency, that is exactly what's happening, is people really, truly care.
I'm here.
I'm here to change the faces.
I'm here to change the faces of hunger.
One kid, one mentor, plus one moment can unlock limitless potential. One heart-to-heart. One inside joke. 30,000 youth are waiting. Be there for one of them. It's time. Become a big today.
Bison football is coming off another big win, this time against North Carolina A&T. Playing at the Fargo Dome for the Trees Bowl, the Bison would start off with the ball. Cam Miller with great pass protection would float it to Zach Mathis for an easy score. That TD makes it his second career touchdown. After the Aggies set up for a field goal, the Bison will march down the field and let Cole Payton finish the drive, powering his way in on a QB draw. The Bison would strike back, this time with Cole Green. Spencer Wagee will be left unblocked, strip sacking the Aggies quarterback for Tony Pierce to fall on. With that momentum, Cam Miller would connect with the big man, Hunter Luque, down the middle for a touchdown. Cole Green would make another spectacular play with James Kazar taking away a bobbled pass and taking it back to the 1-yard line. Fast forward to the third quarter, the defense strikes again. Jackson Dutenheffer will be the one to get the ball out for Dawson Weber to scoop and score. And that will put the game away 43-3. With a record of 2-0, the Bison will be on the road this weekend playing the University of Arizona. The game can be watched on FS1 on the Bison Radio Network. For soccer, after a tough weekend from week 3, the women's soccer team would find success this weekend against Green Bay and Drake. On Friday night, the Bison would take on Green Bay at the Dakota Field. Olivia Watson would be the one to score on her first and only shot of the night. That would be her second goal of the season. The Bison will put that game away 1-0. They returned on Sunday for Senior Day against Drake. Senior Lavin Douglas will get her first one of the season, assisted by Alicia Need. The Bison would also win that game 1-0. They are now 4-2-2. Their next game is away tomorrow against Idaho at 8:30. The volleyball team hosted the NDSU tournament last weekend and went 2-1. On Friday, they defeated Chicago State 3-2 after taking the first, fourth, and fifth set. Michelle Glover led the Bison with a career high of 19 kills with 5 blocks. Kelly Johnson had her 4th double-double of the season with a career high of 58 assists, a career best of also 25 digs. Syra Tancher contributed with 18 kills and 18 digs. Later that day, they will suffer a 3-2 loss against Central Michigan. Ali Hinsey tallied up a team high of 21 kills and 12 digs. Syra Tancher added 15 kills that day. Finally, on Saturday, they were in the tournament with a victory of 3-0 against Montana State. Ali Hinsey recorded 12 kills with 16 digs. Kelly Johnson headed out 33 assists with 11 digs and 5 kills. Michelle Glover added with 11 kills and 5 blocks. They are now 6-3. The Bison will be back in action tomorrow at the Stackville Challenge against Austin Peay in Clarksville, Tennessee. For the men's golf team, the Bison will place 2nd out of 15 teams at the Wildcat Invitational. Gavin Cronkite will lead the Bison, placing 5th overall, finishing at -5. Ian Simonich would follow behind them, 10th overall, moving up 2 spots on the last day at -1. Nate Adams would tie for 18th place. Nate Diesel would finish 21st. Brock Winter would take 59th place. The Bison would have a week off before returning action on September 26th at the Zach Johnson Invitational. For women's golf, they finished 12th out of 18 teams at the Hobble Creek Classic. Joe Branchett finished tied for 30th place. Catherine Monty followed behind her, finishing tied for 39th place, while Ethan Hoven finished for 51st place. Leah Scar tied for 56th place. They'll be back in action next Monday for the Jack Rabbit Invitational. That's all I have for sports. When we come back, Cole Hardo will give you guys your weekly weather. Stay tuned.
My name is Becky Parker, and I'm a news anchor at WDAY-TV. I graduated from NDSU in 2010 with a degree in journalism, broadcasting, and mass communication technologies, and then I had an emphasis on broadcasting. Principles of broadcast production and advanced broadcast production. Those were favorites because they were the most relevant for career experience. You're calling people for interviews, you're writing an article. It doesn't just feel like an assignment, it's like actually doing it. I was the news director for the first full semester of the Bison Information Network. The BIN advisor here was very much invested in me to actually have a career in broadcasting. He helped me get my internship and my first job. The people in NDSU's Department of Communication are really interested and helpful in getting students the connections that they need in order to get a job beyond school.
No kid deserves to go hungry, but try as they might, not every family can afford to put food on the table every day. That's why the Great Plains Food Bank and their partner agencies work every day to bring food to our hungry neighbors. Every dollar donated can provide 4 meals for those in need. Go to greatplainsfoodbank.org and donate today so no kid in North Dakota ever has to go hungry.
Welcome back to Bison Information Network. I'm Coy, and I have a look ahead at what we can expect from the forecast for this next week. Moving into this evening, we might see a little bit of scattered rain into the night, and some of that will shift into some rain showers throughout the day tomorrow. On Saturday night and into Sunday morning, we could see some more rain, but we'll still have temps hanging right around that 70-degree mark on both of those days. We'll start off next week with some warm days with highs reaching nearly 80 degrees for Monday and Tuesday. On Wednesday, we can expect to see some rain early in the morning with some consistent cloud cover during the rest of the day. We also have a chance that lows could reach the 30s, so that's one way to end the last day of summer. And finally, to round out my 7-day forecast and kick off the start of fall, Thursday will be partly cloudy with a high of 58 degrees. Well, that's all we have for weather for this week. If any of you watching at home see any interesting weather in your area, then be sure to grab a photo or video and send it our way. You can submit your photos and videos online at www.ndsubin.com/news. In addition, be sure to follow Bison Information Network on social media to stay up to date with the latest on campus news. Well, that's all for our show today. Thank you all for watching, and have a great night.